Hello, this is your Global Security Flashpoint. Today is Sunday, February 6th, and in this episode, we discuss Israel, Syria, Guinea, the United Kingdom, Venezuela, and Pakistan. On Monday, an alleged Israeli airstrike on Damascus is said to have killed dozens of elite troops. An unnamed Syrian military official says that soldiers died guarding critical facilities, some of which were said to have been close to the presidential palace. Also, the Israeli airstrikes are said to have hit Hezbollah targets near Damascus. These are also said to be the first strikes since Russia publicly carried out joint air defense patrols with the Syrian Air Force. State TV says that the attack caused material damage. According to Syrian state TV, it was reported that Israeli jets carried out airstrikes against targets near the Syrian capital of Damascus early on Monday morning. The pro-opposition group, the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, said the targets of the attack were Hezbollah positions, outposts, and weapon depots northeast of Damascus. On Tuesday, sustained gunfire was heard near government headquarters in Guinea-Bissau. Assailants armed with machine guns and AK-47s attacked the government palace for hours, while the president and prime minister are said to have been inside. The foiled attack on Tuesday in the capital of the unstable West African country came only about 2 weeks after the military overthrew the democratically elected leader of Burkina Faso, underscoring fears that a recent spate of coups is inspiring others in the region. Alleged heavily armed gunmen had surrounded the palace of government, where Embalo and Prime Minister Nuno Gomes Nabiam were believed to have been attending a cabinet meeting. People were seen, allegedly, fleeing the area on the edge of the capital Bissau near the airport. Local markets were closed and banks shut their doors, while military vehicles laden with troops drove through the streets. According to various accounts, in the early afternoon, armed men were seen entering the government palace, which houses different ministries. Some witnesses described the gunmen as military, while others described them as civilians. Gunfire could be heard for a large part of the afternoon when the complex was surrounded. On Wednesday, British jets scrambled to respond to and intercept approaching Russian bombers in its sovereign or close to its sovereign airspace. RAF jets were seen scrambling to intercept 4 Russian military aircrafts to the north of Scotland. Typhoons from RAF Lossiemouth in Moray and the Voyager fuel tanker from RAF Bryce Norton in Oxfordshire were involved in the mission. The RAF said the Russian aircraft did not enter UK airspace. Incidents like this, known as quick reaction alerts, are not uncommon and involve RAF crews shadowing Russian military aircrafts near UK airspace. 2 Russian Tu-95 Bear H, which are long-range bombers, and 2 Maritime Patrol Tu-142 Bear F aircrafts were tracked by the RAF near the UK's area of interest. The Tu-142 aircraft are usually used for reconnaissance and anti-submarine warfare. RAF Lossiemouth on Scotland's northeast coast is a base for dedicated quick reaction alert pilots. The air station is also the home to the RAF's new fleet of Poseidon submarine hunter aircrafts. On Thursday, Colombia's defense minister, Diego Molano, claimed foreign interference by Iran and Russia is at play in South America. Venezuela is said to be moving troops to the border with Colombia with technical assistance from Russia and Iran. Colombia's defense minister, Diego Molano said so on Thursday, calling the possible deployment, quote, foreign interference, end quote. Molano, citing intelligence sources, said troop movements were registered in Venezuela, opposite Colombia's Arauca province, the scene of fierce fighting between guerrillas of the National Liberation Army, the ELN, and FARC dissidents for control of the drug trade. Venezuela's government did not immediately respond to a request for comment. On Friday, the Pakistani military conducted searches for militants after a recent attack on a military base. At least 3 militants were killed by Pakistani security forces, and 6 were said to have been injured in a grenade attack in 2 attacks on Friday, following a search for insurgents who had attacked 2 military bases, killing 7 soldiers and 13 of their own in the latest violence in southwest Pakistan. At least 3 militants, including 2 high-value targets, were killed in a clearance operation conducted in Kech district to flush out militants from hideouts linked to Wednesday's attack on military bases in Balochistan province. Pakistan's military media said on Friday night. 2 Pakistani security officials, requesting anonymity as they are not permitted to speak publicly, said the operation was not yet over. The army is conducting search operations in the area. There might be some more elements hiding in the surroundings, one official told Reuters. The army said the attacks were simultaneous and coordinated. They used explosive-loaded vehicles at gates. They have the latest weaponry left behind by NATO forces, according to Sheikh Rashid Ammar, the Minister of Interior. He added that the attack was defeated and both bases were under the control of the Pakistani military. Ethnic Baloch guerrillas have been fighting the government for decades, demanding a separate state, saying the central government unfairly exploits Balochistan's rich gas and mineral resources. The Baloch Liberation Army Group said it was behind the attacks in a statement sent to a Reuters reporter, adding that one of the 2 bases was still under its control after 38 hours. This information could not immediately be verified. Now, this was not in the plan, but I'm gonna freestyle here for a bit. I was thinking about Russia, Ukraine, China and Taiwan. It seems, although there may of course still be a lot of distrust, that Russia and China are growing ever closer. Not in the least due to our Western-owned fault driving them together. Now, Ukraine has been in the news a lot recently for, well, logical reasons. However, the debate over what do we think, is Putin gonna attack, yes or no? Well, I think it's a bit misplaced. It makes a lot of sense that he would. I mean, that's what he wants at the end of the day, is to have Ukraine back in his sphere of influence, although he definitely lost the element of surprise. But I do not think that he will or should attack. If he shouldn't attack at all, obviously, but I think, like, strategically, it makes way more sense to coordinate an attack together with China. So Russia would attack Ukraine, and China would attack Taiwan. And the reason why I believe an attack on Ukraine is not going to happen anytime soon is because, well, on China's side, the Winter Olympics are very important for its prestige and its soft power and its appeal on a global scale. To attack now would be absolutely foolish, because it would allow for NATO, American, European, whatever, sanctions, United Nations. They could all focus their attention on Russia, whereas, well, let's be honest, in the chaos of a two-front war, there is no efficient response. There is chaos. Was just a thought. Anyway, this has been your Global Security Flashpoint. See you all next week.